And welcome back, Pokemon trainers. We are joining you again. See, that was a pretty quick break, we promised. I'm Joe Brown, joined by Enosh Shachar, and this is our second top 4 matchup in our Sunday Midseason Showdown here at Liberty Garden in Iselin, New Jersey. And we have Nick Borghi and Arbin Tumaneng. We also know him as June, loved and beloved as June, tournament organizer and top player. Arbin actually got second place yesterday to James Evans. He fell in the finals. And look, here he is now as the top seed of the second MSS, and he's here in top 4 trying to get back to finals. We're going to look through that bracket real quick. Very impressive.
Most recently, we just saw Luca against Paul Chua. Great game. I'm surprised that you still have like your voice to keep this up. We had Arbin beat Christina, and Nicholas beat Anthony Rosano, and they're going against in the second semifinals to see who goes into the finals to face against Luca.
You know what I love? So many names, so many different names. It's not just like the same 5 or 6 people there. Obviously, we have our Paul Chua up there, but like Christina played great on stream today when she won. Arbin's here as the top seed. Nick won his match. We got Anthony on stream twice with his cool steel team. Like Stefan and Luca both won their stream matches. Like so many fun, diverse names that who knows could be big names down the road.
Yeah, some of them have been seen for a while, but it's great to see where we're at now.
So if we look into Arbin, he's using the same 6 Pokemon. I actually heard a little, if we're going to tell a tale out of school here, that when he came to the venue this morning, he's like, can I just use the team sheet I wrote yesterday? And they're like, no, write a new team sheet. So it's just funny. Like he knew how consistent that team was yesterday. It's like, hey, there's no reason to switch it up.
It was a great team. He was playing it phenomenally, and like he said earlier when we brought him in between the rounds, he said, hey, I've practiced it a lot. I know what I'm doing, and that's going to carry me.
That would be pretty awesome, though, if he goes second yesterday and first today. That'd be, I would assume he'd get the most CP out of anybody in the venue this weekend, right?
At least I would hope so.
When he tallied up more than the PCs. So let's get into a game 1 of top 4 between Arbin Tumaneng, or June as we like to call him, and Nicholas Borghi. Arbin is a team of Butterfree, Rhyperior, Torkoal, Dusclops, Hatterene, and Indeedee female, as Nick has the Hitmontop, Togekiss, Excadrill, Dragapult, Gyarados, and Rotom Mow.
So they played earlier in Swiss today, and Nick very much does not believe that he has a game plan against this. His game plan earlier in the Swiss was, I'm going to lead Togekiss, Excadrill, go for Dazzling Gleam, Earthquake, and get both attacks to critical hit.
I mean, it's definitely possible.
It worked in game 2.
Okay.
He just needs it to happen twice. We did the math. It's about like a 0.5% chance.
I don't know if it's like the best big brain strategy to go for in top 4, but it could work out. We've seen crazier things on it. I feel like we've had some crazy moments, so it is definitely possible.
Like anything can happen.
I feel like I remember.
There's part 1 first thing of it.
So that's the lead. Hatterene, Indeedee is the lead for Arbin here. I remember our friend Justin Karras had a moment on stream where he had like a 1 in 10,000 chance of a turn happening. I remember you catched that one, and that was like crazy, like 3 triple protect into a flinch or whatever. It was a crazy moment. So that's better odds than that moment. So if Borghi wants a double crate, I guess that's what he can go for.
There have been so many crazy moments this whole tournament. Like I lost track of how many crits there have been, and well, we see the first attack.
Borghi smiling to the fam, saying hi.
He's shrugging.
Earthquake will take Indeedee down to under half itself. That follow me was irrelevant from a double attack.
Oh, he got one.
Critical hit on Hatterene.
Just missed out.
He did not need the crit there, though, from the Indeedee, and Trick Room is up. Never punished, essentially, is this Hatterene living on 7 HP, and it gets Trick Room up. Now this is a free switch in for Arbin, though, because he can bring in one of his Trick Room sweepers like the Torkoal.
That Torkoal hits so hard. It was Choice Specs. It has Eruption, it has Heat Wave, and there's even Psychic Terrain up. He can go Dynamax the Hatterene, use Max Psychic, and go attack with the Torkoal and just like, I don't know what happens.
Do you want to Dynamax the Hatterene with its health being so low? Like, is that like kind of a precarious situation to be putting yourself in? Like, the Torkoal's at least at full HP. I know you lose the Choice Specs, but if we're wondering on who to go for. But we will have a confirmed Dynamax user on the field in Nick's Excadrill. He's going to boost up his HP by, or doubling it up to 370. And now those slow Pokemon like Torkoal, no Dynamax though, just a double eruption at full HP. He does 199% damage to Nicholas's team there, knocking out the Togekiss and the Dazzling Gleam from Hatterene. Will take down the Excadrill. So thank you for playing, Excadrill. You've used up your Dynamax and only used one of the 3 turns. As his Hatterene will knock itself out to Life Orb. But that just lets Arbin switch in something else that's really strong under Trick Room.
I don't believe how many turns of Trick Room he gets to use. Like, when I use Trick Room, I always try to find how can I knock my own Pokemon out? How can I get my strong Pokemon in? Arbin's not... That critical hit just helped Arbin.
Easily, and they're, very safe how he was there. He got the Torkoal for free. Now he's gotten the Rhyperior for free. And now Nick is down to his last 2 Pokemon in this game. It is Hitmontop and Rotom-Mow. And Intimidate will help a little bit against the Rhyperior, but he can't go for the Fake Out, right? There's the Psychic terrain is up still, so he's going to have to go for an attack like a Close Combat or something like that into the Rhyperior. All that's going to do is boost it up to that potential weakness policy that we always see on Rhyperior. I don't know.
Well, I think that without that Fake Out, no Dynamax available, Torkoal can just Eruption, go for the knockout on the Rotom Cut, and Rhyperior should be able to finish up the whatever's left from the Hitmontop.
I hope you all enjoy Nicholas Borghi staring into your soul on the screen, because that's what you're getting for the next couple of seconds as this goes down. Torkoal does decide to Dynamax 1 turn later. Of course, that was very smart of Arbin the last turn to have that spread Eruption attack, and now he can go for Singular on this. A helping hand, though, from the Rotom with the Fake Out into
the own Rotom.
Okay, and the Max Flare from Hitmontop brings it down to 7 HP. A Rock Slide, or excuse me, Max Flare from Torkoal. I messed that up. Rock Slide does connect onto both of Nick's turns. Sorry, I'm a little confused as to what's going on in this matchup. Please forgive me.
I think that they're both kind of ready to go to the next game, but trying to make sure they enjoy it as much as possible.
There is a forfeit button, right? I'm
yeah.
aware.
But if you press forfeit, you don't get to see Hitmontop dance.
That's a good point. Hitmontop and Ludicolo, they spark joy in my life by seeing them dance. So.
I love watching Hitmontop do his little capoeira moves.
All right, well, Arbin wins game 1, and I don't even know how to handle that. It's kind of they were both rooting for Arbin to win that match, apparently.
I love hearing them laugh over what just happened.
So, maybe switch it up? Is there a chance he switches up his lead?
You can try.
Because is banking on a double crit really the best way to
Does Excadrill get Rock Slide?
Yes, Excadrill does.
Okay, that's
so maybe you go for a crit and a Rock Slide flinch, maybe? Right? Because crit's a 6% chance, but Rock Slide's a 30% chance.
Oh, maybe you can go dodge the moves during Trick Room by using Bounce and Phantom Force. Try to stall things out a bit. If you last with the Trick Room, you might have a chance.
Good luck. Good luck. Let's look at it again. Obviously, we saw the 4 that they each brought were Rhyperior and Torkoal and the Hatterene and Indeedee. We would expect Hatterene and Indeedee be the lead again for Arbin, as those two really synergize very well with each other. Two psychic types that don't share weaknesses, and the Indeedee is able to redirect attacks away from the Hatterene, so you can pretty much guarantee getting a Trick Room up. And we are going to get here on turn 1 of game 2, we're going to get that Randy Quas special in the Togekiss Excadrill lead, as well as the patented Indeedee female Hatterene lead for Arbin.
Feels familiar. Maybe instead of the Togekiss critting, if the Excadrill gets the critical hit, that could change things up too.
Well, I'm rooting for something. I don't know what I'm rooting for, but I'm rooting for some fun action here on turn 1. I'd like game 2 to last a couple more turns than game 1 did here.
Nick is just staring at us. He feels, I can't tell if it's confidence or.
Let's go with that.
Let's go with confidence. That's
Indeedee. Last time around, Arbin's getting in on the action too, as he also stares at the screen during the attack. The Dazzling Gleam does knock out Indeedee. Of course, no critical hit, though, means Hatterene is able to successfully get up Trick Room again, where he can switch in his Torkoal, and we can live like Groundhog's Day here, because this Torkoal can knock out both of these Pokemon. Then the Hatterene will knock itself out, whatever. I feel like we're in the same spot.
Well, there wasn't the critical hits, so
That's right, he's actually not going
it's
to
going
knock
to be
himself
harder for Arbin to get that Rhyperior in. I don't know if that's better or...
Well, so there's 4 turns of Trick Room remaining, right? You have the 1 turn to activate it, and then you can use it for 4 turns.
Okay.
If Torkoal just goes for the Spread Eruption at full HP, which he can, that's going to do a lot of damage here, especially since the Sun is active. And then a Life Orb boosted Psychic or Dazzling Gleam or something from the Hatterene will be very strong damage as well. But the Hitmontop actually switches into 2 special attackers, so that are Intimidate not going to be too useful on this turn, but he will at least try to hit something the following turn. A Togekiss, though. Togekiss is going to Dynamax, so hopefully this Togekiss will take advantage of the doubling to its HP stat and not get 1 hit from the Eruption. We're going to see potentially if that happens here. Torkoal does opt for Eruption. Hitmontop goes down. No Focus Sash, obviously, so that will be a 1-hit knockout. And Togekiss actually took that one pretty well, but Dazzling Gleam, a single target Dazzling Gleam with the Life Orb boost, is pretty strong. Now a Max Starfall into the Hatterene does the measly 20 or so damage it needed to do. It will set up the Misty Terrain, though. Maybe if Nick was maybe banking on a misplay there, that the Hitmontop didn't get knocked out on that turn, he would have had access to Fake Out in the following turn, but instead there is no dancing for Hitmontop in this game, and he is done.
Yeah. Nick has a slight Pokemon advantage, if you can call it that, but he has Rotom, Mow, staring Rhyperior and Torkoal with 3 turns of Trick Room, 4 turns of Sun, and a Dynamax still available on June's side. And Togekiss, well, it's on pretty low health at this point.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's so low. It's like, even though he obviously lasted a 2nd turn with Dynamax, where Excadrill in Game 1 only lasted 1 turn, it's still going to get knocked out before it can get another attack off. So now Arbin will decide to bring out the Dynamax. Is it going to be the Torkoal yet again, like we saw in Game 1? No, he's actually going to switch it up for the fans, and that will be Rhyperior here Dynamaxing. That will also actually help him live a potential Leaf Storm from the Rotom, like he probably would have already, but with the extra 100% HP, he's going to guarantee to live that Leaf Storm. Protect on Rotom this turn, so no attack there. And this this Togekiss is actually going to max guard, so Nick is trying to find a way to stall out these Trick Room turns and these potential Sun turns, but I don't know what he has available to him. Max Flare from Rhyperior through Protect, though, into the Rotom Wash is super effective. Does 25% of the damage it would have done, meaning it would have probably been a 1-hit there. And now the Rotom and Togekiss use their Protects again, or last turn. Like, what are they going to go for?
Well,
they're going to go for a double Protect, which he doesn't get. But
he got one.
Togekiss gets the max guard, so he's going to avoid that at least. Eruption, though, will be blocked, and Togekiss does connect onto Rotom. And now we're going to get another Dynamax attack out of the Rhyperior, but we can already start warming up the car because this one is over.
Oh, one thing I really respect about how Nick is trying to get out of this is he's playing for his outs. You recognize that this is a very tough situation to be in. There's a Torkoal.
It would be crazy to get through those last 3 turns of Trick Room just by protecting. So it is a difficult spot that he is in this matchup.
You didn't get the critical hits. So you got to hope for something to go your way.
Togekiss ending its Dynamaxing on this turn. So he actually surprisingly was able to stick around through Dynamax. He just didn't accomplish much because of those last turns. He was forced to guard there, so he couldn't attack. Excadrill will Protect, though, buying time to get through the Trick Room here. That will connect, though. However, the Eruption from Torkoal will connect onto Togekiss, knocking it out, and it is Excadrill versus a Torkoal and a Rhyperior. Rhyperior is going to go for Rock Fall, which would benefit the Excadrill. Obviously, he's already faster, but with the Sand being up, that will activate his Sand Rush if that's what he's holding. 2 Pokemon to 1. Do you just hope for double Earthquake crit or something? Like, what's his game plan?
Well, I think you still need to go for. I think you just need to go for the Earthquake and hope that it somehow knocks them out. Maybe the Rhyperior doesn't have Earthquake and has high horsepower and can therefore, miss. There's always a chance when it comes to accuracy.
Excadrill using Earthquake. Is there a double critical hit? No, it does not look like it. I don't even know if it actually would have mattered. The players shake hands. Rhyperior activates his weakness policy. And for the second day in a row,
there's the Earthquake.
Arbin Tumaneng, at the cost of his own Torkoal, going to take out the Excadrill, and he will be moving on to the finals of the Liberty Garden, New Jersey Midseason Showdown. What a great performance. It just seemed like the matchup was in his favor.
He just pressed Eruption and let the Eruption do the whole playing for him. It's choice specs. You don't even have to choose what it is.
There you go. And if you're not Dynamax, you obviously can't change that move there. So Arbin looking to get second yesterday and have that title that has eluded him, which is the Midseason Showdown champion. I think that's what's going to be exciting. There's nothing I'd rather do than get ready for that matchup. So we're going to take a quick break here, and when we come back, we will have our finals, our second Midseason Showdown finals here in New Jersey. So don't go anywhere. This is Liberty Garden.
We'll see you soon.